by Cam Connor. That's Silk coming into forecheck. He and Rogers out there with Connor, who steps into McEwen immediately. And the puck ends up in the Ranger zone. Ruotsalainen and Barry Beck, the Ranger defense, laid up the left wing side. Silk to Connor, and it was knocked away from him. Now Silk dumps it back into the Ranger zone. Ruotsalainen up the right side to Silk. He's bowled over on a check from Bourne, and Langevin picks up the puck at center ice. Dave Langevin dumps it to the left of Neal. That's Trottier chasing it with Beck. Beck got a piece of Trottier as Bossy works it back of the Ranger net. Picked up by Silk. Silk backhands it high in the air down into the Islanders zone. It's on target. Bill Smith gives it to Potvin. Islanders in the middle of the change. Goring has come out with Kennelly and Nystrom. Potvin checked on the boards. As Morrow is able to clear it to center and into the Ranger zone and on target at that end. Well, they just move it length to length. And this one will be called for icing.
Looks like they're playing a game of catch for a minute, Jakes. Should note that the out-of-town or the officials for the off-ice officials for tonight's game are from Quebec. The Quebec Nordiques officials. See Mr. Brooks trying to get his people in the right place. Ray Puchtrol is the scorer. He's also the supervisor of officials. Wilf Chevalier is the penalty timekeeper. Gaston Fillon, timekeeper. James Cornell is a goal judge to our right at the north end. Jacques Visna, or Vesna, whichever, same as the trophy. He is the goal judge at the other end. And Shelley Illowhite, of course, is the scorer.
They're from Quebec City. We pointed out Brent Sutter, Duane Sutter, and Clark Gillies, the forwards. Potvin and Lane on defense. Rangers cleared it into center ice. Potvin took control of it there. Now Brent Sutter dumps it around the boards. Meal cuts it off for Laidlaw. Laidlaw chased by Tonelli. Laidlaw managed to get it to the right side. It's played out into the center ice area. Don Maloney hit Fatorik over the line. Fatorik back to John Maloney. Trying to work it around to Eddie Johnstone, and that didn't happen. Brent Sutter to Clark Gillies. Gillies off the boards. Lane chases it to the corner. Up by Don Maloney, and there's Duane Sutter to Brent. The pass out of his reach. Back at center ice. Eddie Hospital, or Megan Dory, rather. Dory together with Tom Laidlaw. They're having trouble getting out of the Ranger territory. And some of the fans thought the Rangers had too many men on the ice as they completed a change. Now Johnstone turns, trying to shoot it into the Islanders zone, and that hit a skate. Ray Allison drops it back. Dory, far side. Dave Maloney off the boards into center ice. There's Rob McClanahan over the line. A long shot grabbed by Smith. Allison, McClanahan, and Duguay working together as the forward line for the Rangers. A break in the action with the score. Islanders nothing, Rangers nothing.
Close checking here in the early stages of the first period. No score. Islanders and Rangers.
You had a look at the scratches for the Islanders, for the Rangers, I should say, and for the Islanders. Report on Stephen Pearson is possibly 10 days, perhaps more. Slight separation of the shoulder. Thomas Johnson over the line with a drive. Skate save by Neal. Nystrom trying to play it to Tonelli. John Tonelli kicks it into the corner for Nystrom. Goring heads for the net. The pass was there, but Butchie couldn't get a stick on it. He was bumped on the play by Vande as well. Duguay from back of his own goal. Trying to get away from Nystrom. Played it out into the center right zone. McClanahan over the Islander line. Drop pass. Here's Allison cutting in. Centers. Duguay shot. He scores. Duguay from Allison, and the Rangers jump out on top. They got two men in behind the defense and made it work.
They had an earlier shift, but it didn't work. This time it did. As Rob McClanahan brings the puck in, Thomas Johnson goes for he. Puck corralled by Allison to Duguay. He's left all alone. No Islander defenseman in front of the net. And Ron Duguay scores for the New York Rangers to give them the opening goal of the game, the opening goal of the series. Allison to Duguay, and he put it underneath Billy Smith as the Rangers catch the Islanders out of position.
3:19, the time of the goal. Allison and McClanahan setting up Ron Duguay. Now Trottier is out with Bourne and Bossy as Meal plays it back at the Ranger goal. Bossy taking off the puck, and out comes Barry Beck. Beck, pass for Rogers at center ice failed to work. Langevin with it now to Bourne, up the right side to Bossy. Bossy moves up with Trache at the Ranger line. A slap shot. Rio got the stick in front of it as Bossy unloaded. Ruotsalainen from back of the net. Got away from Trache's check. Played up this right wing side. Dave Silk tipped it into center ice. Langevin back to give it to Mike McEwen. McEwen to Langevin. Langevin fires from center. He scores! Langevin from center ice beats Ed Veal, and we're tied at 1.
An unusual goal, Jake. Bossy shot a moment ago, almost got by Veal. That shot by Langevin outside the Rangers' blue line makes the score 1-1. It was not an extremely hard shot, but it was very accurate and a perfectly placed one right there as he crossed the red line. It beats Veal. It skipped along the ice, and you saw where it hit in the net, about a foot off the ice. As the Islanders tie the score, Langevin had just crossed the red line when he let it fly, and Veal was a little bit late getting to it with his pad. I can't figure out, Jigs, why he wouldn't try to catch that in his catching net.
That, to me, would seem the ideal play. Well, we're tied at 1, and now Lane hustles back at the Islander goal. Cordy Lane up the right side. The pass out of the reach of Duane Sutter. Brent chasing the Rangers back. And Vadnais played it to the left wing. Nobody there for the Rangers, and Duane Sutter tried to clear it out and hit Don Maloney and ends up back at the Islander goal. Johnstone in after it. Ford Lane knocked it loose. In comes Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter plays it back of the goal. Lane trying to get away from Don Maloney. Lane is knocked down. The puck still on the boards. Kicked loose. Here's Kotorik from back of the net. Put it out in front of John. Smith it down. Eddie Johnstone came right up the middle. Now it's played around the boards to the left side for Clark Gillies. Gillies out to Brent Sutter off his stick. Twain moves down the right wing, but Dave Maloney got back. To Don Maloney, now to Johnstone. Eddie Johnstone from the blue line, and the shot went off pot there. Morrow picks it up back of the net. Ken Morrow to Duane Sutter. Outside to Gillies. He was checked. There's Potvin with it. Potvin taking out the puck. Picks it up again. To the right wing side for Duane Sutter. Long pass to Gillies. It went off his stick, and they're calling a two-line pass against the Islanders. There is a break in the action. The score is tied. The Islanders won. The Rangers won.
Gord Lane goes to the Islanders dressing room. They're calling for Dr. Minkoff. You see the signals from the alleyway up toward his seats. I see Dr. Minkoff leaving his seat. Sutter ran over top of Gord Lane. He may have got hit by a stick. There's the check on Lane. He goes down and watch. Lane holds onto the stick right there. You see Sutter come over top of him, and that's when Gordy Lane was injured. We don't know yet what extent or what it is.
Play in the meantime in the Rangers zone. They try to come out. Goring got a piece of Flanahan, knocking him down. Now Nystrom unable to pick it up. Johnson comes to the left wing boards, knocked it away from Duguay. Nystrom and Dory bumped together. Nystrom centered, but it was cleared. Wallace Johnson unable to get a stick on the puck, and here's McClanahan. 2-on-1 with Laidlaw. McClanahan shoots, and it was wide on the glove side. Duguay, long shot wide of the Islander goal. Allison in on the right wing. Wallace Johnson bumps him. Allison goes to the corner. Johnson still on top of him, and Goring picks it up. Right side to Nystrom. Nystrom pulled it away from McClanahan's check, sent Goring across the Ranger line. He was checked from behind by Allison. This is Duguay. Morrow poked it off his stick. Knocked it away from Dory as well. John Tonelli with it at center ice. Tonelli forcing the Rangers back. Bossy into forecheck now. Out comes Brian Trache along with Bob Bourne. The Rangers move up right wing. Dave Silk a long shot into the Islanders zone, and Bourne hustled after it. Bob Bourne using the boards. Held in at the line. Ruotsalainen shot blocked by Smith. And Trache now. Trache dumps it into center ice. Ruotsalainen backing up on the Ranger defense. Out to center. Dave Silk bounces one right to Bill Smith. Let it off for Langevin. Langevin back of the goal to McEwen. It went off his stick. Mike McEwen turns. Trying to play it around behind the net. He did. Nobody there for the Islanders. It's picked up by Silk. Dave Silk started to move in closer. Back to the blue line. Ruotsalainen over to Beck. Beck with a shot. They score. He's up in the air and went off Connor. And the Rangers take the lead at 2-1.
The Rangers enjoying freedom in the Islanders' end of the ice. The Islanders will have to tighten up. Beck shot tipped. right in front of Billy Smith, just below the shoulder level. There's the pass across to Beck, and here's his shot. It's a floater. Look at it flip and bounce, and you see it. Billy Smith reaching up in the air for it. It's tipped right in front of him by Cam Connor, number 20, and the Rangers have regained their lead. A shot by Beck, a tip-in by Connor.
Connor's second goal of the playoffs. Langevin got his first here tonight. Duguay is fourth, and it's 2-1 New York Rangers. The time of the goal, 7:13, is back in Ruotsalainen assisted. Now Merrick out with Clark Gillies and Anders Kaller for the Islanders. Here's Merrick back to the net to Kaller. His shot tipped just wide of the goal. And Name moves it up the boards. It hit Morrow. Comes back to the point and cleared by Fatorik. Held in by Clark Gillies. Gillies trying to play it in around the defense. Finally succeeded. Mio out of the net. A bad day. Off the boards. Maloney was checked. Here's Merrick. Wayne Merrick had it knocked away from him. Fatorik has a break. Fatorik across the line. Bothered by Gillies. The puck loose. Centered in front. Picked off by Potvin. Kenny Potvin dumps it into center ice. Errol Vadnais waited for his teammates to get back. Vadnais steps in over the Islander line. Cuts through the defense. A backhander. Out to make the save, and he holds on. The Rangers are pouring in on the Islanders. A break in the action. The score, the Rangers 2, the New York Islanders 1.
This Bud's for the men who took the Andrea Doria treasure back from the sea.
Mike Rogers, number 27. Islanders really loose in their own end. Carol Vadnais does not have any speed at all. Got right between the Islanders' defense. Went in a backhand shot. Billy Smith called upon to make a good save. Smith going down rather early on the shot too, Jakes.
Yes, he was. Silk has come in to take the face-off against Tonelli after Rogers had been waved out. So was Goring. Goring's shot handled by Smith, and Langevin fed it up the right side. Nystrom let it go to John Tonelli. Tonelli bumped by Fertial. Now Tonelli draped on the boards. Here's Nystrom in after it. Dory knocked it off his stick. Andre Dory turned to get away from Goring. Laid it back around the boards. Dave Silk chasing it. Silk bumped solidly by Tonelli's check. Tonelli kicking at the puck. Now tries to jab it out of Silk's skates. But the whistle has sounded, and Silk takes exception to Tonelli's persistent checking. Here comes a stick, a little shoving. Fertial is out there, so is Nystrom. So you got a couple of the big guys represented.
Cam Connor from Beck and Ruotsalainen at 7:13. Cam Connor scored the game-winning goal in Game 3 at Philadelphia. It was late in the third period. He has made his presence known as a scorer now. Thomas Johnson looks a little bit shaky, Jiggs. He's playing in his first Stanley Cup playoff game.
Yes, here's another look at the action in the Ranger end of the ice. John Tonelli bumped by Fertial. Borderline.
Dory, or is that Allison, I guess? Somebody took a run at Tonelli right in front of the Ranger bench.
Now the two centers and Clark Gillies, the forward line. Morrow and Potvin, the Islander defense, as we watch Vadnais play it up right wing for Duguay. Duguay chased back in his own zone. The puck got away from him, and Neal left it for Dave Maloney. Dave Maloney into the corner for Vadnais. On this right side, Duguay picks it up at center ice, and Allison over the blue line. Allison chased wide and into the corner by Ken Morrow. Now Allison hooked it out in front. Duguay shot went off Wayne Sutter, picked up by Potvin. Eddie Potvin down the right side. Long shot wide of the net. Gillies in after. Vadnais is there as well. In comes Brent Sutter. Brent Sutter was checked, and Allison turns in front of his own goal. At the left side, Duguay unable to get a stick on it. Back comes Morrow. Over to Denny Potvin. Potvin to Duane Sutter. He was checked, and Duguay picked it up offside at the New York Islander line. 9 minutes and 25 seconds gone in this opening period. We have not had a penalty called. You know that won't last a whole lot longer.
Ronnie Wicks in charge of tonight's game.
Duguay at 3:19, Langevin at 4:04, and Connor at 7:13. Then the scoring at this point.
Sports Channel Stanley Cup scoreboard. Game 1 at Boston. Boston eliminated Buffalo 3-1, and of course Quebec in their overtime victory defeated Montreal 3-2. Nordiques are tied with the Bruins at 2 apiece.
Later tonight, Chicago at St. Louis, Los Angeles at Vancouver. Here it is, the Rangers leading the Islanders 2-1 as Mike McEwen comes out. McEwen to Tonelli. Walked it into center ice. Dory is there. Fired it right back into the Islander zone. Smith cuts it off for Mike McEwen. McEwen up to Merrick. Merrick, Caller, and Tonelli moving into center ice. Merrick shoots one around the boards. Tonelli comes in on the left side. Don Tonelli unable to knock it away from Don Maloney, and will have a face-off to the right of Ed Neal.
Game really has not set a pattern yet, Jiggs. The teams have their moments of weakness in their own ends of the ice. Mostly the Islanders at this point made a couple of glaring errors, and they were costly. The Rangers, the long shot by Dave Langevin. Mistake by goaltender Ed Neal.
Gilly moves in on the left side. Merrick got the draw to him. Now back to Langevin. Langevin backhanded it through in front. That's Merrick chasing it. Dory knocked it away from him, and it's picked up by Fatorik. Robbie Fatorik to Johnstone. Eddie Johnstone comes over the line. His shot hit McEwen. McEwen dumps it around the boards. Gillies on the left side. Fatorik beat him to it. Fatorik lost it to Merrick, however. Wayne Merrick cleared it to the line, held in by Don Maloney, and went right to Gillies. To Keller. Keller across the line, cuts to the left, gave the pass to Merrick, tried to feed it to Gillies. That was broken up. Here's Gillies out of the corner, centered right through in front of the net. It comes off the boards, Langevin in deep. Dumps it back of the net. Laidlaw chases it with Merrick. They collide. Now in comes Gillies as well, and there's no further play.
Jiggs, Ron Wicks officiated the first ever Stanley Cup game played here in the Nassau Coliseum, April 10th, 1975, and it was against the same New York Rangers. The game set a Stanley Cup record. It has since been broken for penalty minutes. Ronnie Wicks. Gord Lane just returning from the Islander dressing room, getting some medical attention. We still do not know for what reason.
Now Trache is out with Bourne and Bossy for the Islanders. Beck worked it around to the right wing side. That's Bossy in forechecking for the Islanders. The puck came loose. Barry Beck with it. Beck unable to clear it out. Trache dumps it in. Ruotsalainen takes it back in the net. Ruotsalainen up the right wing side. Mike Rogers feeds it into center ice. Cam Connor is offside, however.
Dave Langevin's goal, Jiggs, his first goal since back in December 15th versus Quebec. His first ever in Stanley Cup playoff action. He had 2 in the WHA playoffs for the Avco Cup in 1977 with Edmonton.
Yeah, you don't expect a whole lot of goal production from Dave Langevin, and that's just fine as long as he hits the way he does.
Particularly from just across the red line. But you never know. Again, it's that old theory about shoot the puck at the net. You never know.
Your attention, please.
That's the first time this year that goal scored by Duguay at 3:19. So far this year, the Islanders have opened the scoring in the 5 previous playoff games against Pittsburgh.
This put the Ranger lifetime playoff record on the board. 117 wins, 124 losses. That adds up to 241 playoff games.
Islanders against the Rangers in 13 playoff games. The Islanders lead them 8-5.
In regular season play, the Rangers have won only once in their last 18 visits to the Nassau Coliseum.
Islanders are tough at home. There you see. Gord Lane went to the dressing room for some foot repair. It was medical. Dr. Minkoff was summoned from his seat. We saw him head for the dressing room, but Lane is back.
Trache, Bourne, and Bossy, the forward line for the Islanders. Trache and Cam Connor are waved out of the face-off area. Duguay comes over to take the draw. It was not Connor, it was Lennon. Duguay trying to get it to Lennon. It's picked up on this right side. Ruotsalainen into center ice is checked. Bossy had trouble taking control of it. Comes back to Duguay over to Lennon and a drive. Ripple to the side of the net. Gets his man down, McClanahan, and here's Bossy sending Bourne down the left side. Bourne over the Ranger line, trying to come in around Ruotsalainen. Does. Then was hooked off the puck and is taken by Beck. Harry Beck bumped solidly by Trottier. Trottier to Bourne, out in front. Bossy shoots and scores! Bossy puts it upstairs. They're tied at 2.
What a goal by Michael Bossy. Picture perfect as Trottier and Bobby Bourne set him up. There he is, number 22. Bossy, look at the work by Bourne as he's checked out of the play by Ruotsalainen. Heavy hit, Trottier on Beck. To Bourne, look at the one quick motion by Michael Bossy, and it's in. Let's look again. Here's the check, hard check by number 19, Trottier on Beck. To Bourne, to Bossy, and it's in the net, top left-hand corner. The score is now tied at 2 apiece. That was Bossy's 3rd goal of the playoffs.
Now Nystrom is out with Goring and Tonelli for the Islanders as the Rangers come in over the line. Don Maloney backhanding it high and into the crowd. A break in the action. The score tied. Islanders 2, the Rangers 2.
Trottier against Patoric. Trottier wins the draw.
Goring is out there along with Nystrom, and as soon as the Islanders move out of their end of the ice, Trottier will go to the bench, as he does now, and is replaced by John Tonelli. The puck cleared back. That's McEwen with it to Langevin. Langevin pulls it away from Don Maloney, then is checked from behind. Dory moving in. It's cleared back into the Islanders zone and picked up by McEwen. Mike McEwen up the middle to Tonelli. Tonelli poked it away from the check of Dory. Nystrom racing after it. Laidlaw beat him to it. Laidlaw to Johnstone. Now to Don Maloney comes in across the line. Maloney with Patoric. Maloney backed up to the boards and was checked there by McEwen. Puck loose. Patoric put it out in front. Here's Johnstone, a backhander. Billy Smith the save. And again, Johnstone was in behind the Islander defense. Goring gives it to Langevin. Now to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom turning at the Islander line. Handed over to McEwen. Mike McEwen to Nystrom. Broken up by Dory. Andre Dory to Patoric. Patoric upended by Goring's check, and here comes Tonelli. Tonelli across the line. Can't stick handle his way around. The defense is dragged down. The puck is beneath him, and there's no further play.
Butch Goring on Patoric gets underneath them, hits him with a good check. Islanders in their own end again, Jakes. Eddie Johnstone a moment ago gets free. Mike McEwen crossed from his right defense position. There you see him against the boards. He should be on the other side. He's not. And the reason that Eddie Johnstone gets that backhand shot off the stick handle of Billy Smith's goalie stick is McEwen is out of position. Here's John Tonelli as he tries to get in Ranger territory. Gets pulled down. He tries to get the puck underneath him without really getting it in his mitt. He got the stoppage of play.
Little less than 7 minutes to play in this opening period. We're tied 2-2. Rangers have led twice. Watch them trying to come out of their own end of the ice. Vadnais to Silk, held in by Thomas Janssen, who dumped it to the corner. Eric in after it. There's Vadnais working one around the boards. Out of this right side, it's Silk. Now to Rogers. Rogers flipped it into the Islanders zone. Thomas Janssen fed it off the boards for Bourne. Bourne down the left side. Lost it, now pokes it in over the line. Honor trying to clear it out. It's picked up by Bourne. It dumps it deep. Dave Maloney around to Vadnais. Vadnais to Silk. Dave Silk shoots it high and wide of the Islander goal. Off the glass. That's Morrow with it. Eddie Morrow takes a look. Headed out into center ice. Right to McClanahan. Now it's loose again. Dave Maloney comes over the Islander line. Dave Maloney chased to the corner by Thomas Janssen. Maloney put it out in front of the goal, and here comes Morrow. Morrow to Bourne. On Bourne with Brent Sutter. They cross the line together. Bourne to drive. And went wide on the glove side. They're shooting from long range on Neal. The book had been shoot low.
Close call. That shot by Bourne was just a hair outside the left goal post. Neal stabbed at it with his catching glove. He wanted to catch it. He missed it.
5:39 left in the period. The puck went off the stick of Gord Lane and into the Islander players bench.
Speaking of shots on goal, Jiggs, the Islanders leader so far in the playoffs, Dennis Potvin with 20. Can you think of the number of times he missed the net the other night? Mike McEwen, 2 defensemen lead the Islanders. McEwen has 18, Clark Gillies 16, and Bobby Bourne has 15.
Lane collided in the center ice area. Pretty good hit with Mike Allison. And now here's Popan feeding it to Brent Sutter. Sutter sends Gillies in on left wing. Gillies a shot off the stick of Ruotsalainen and into the crowd.
Clark Gillies' shot deflected. Gillies scored 10 goals this season in the 8 games that the Islanders and Rangers faced off in. There it is. There's the graphic. You almost think I read it off there, didn't you?
I know better.
We've got the timing going great. I was handed that a moment ago.
Brent Sutter to take the face off against Allison. Clark Gillies on the left, lined up against Newgate. Clanahan on the right, lined up against Wayne Sutter. And here's Lane around the boards for Brent Sutter. And to Gillies, the play broken up, but Clanahan fed the pass to Duguay. Ron Duguay dumping it into the Islander territory. Backward is Lane. Lane checked by Clanahan, a pile up on the boards, and there is no further play. We have 5:02 left in the first period. A break in the action. The score is tied. Islanders 2, the Rangers 2.
Our stat man has ascertained that 24, Gordy Lane, received a cut over his right eye. That was Sutter's skate, I believe, that caught him above.
Guy will miss an assignment.
He best do it along the sides of the ring or out in the corridors between periods.
Intermissions, yeah. Bossy unable to pick up the puck. It hit McEwen. Goes to Trottier. Now to McEwen working on Beck. McEwen across the line. Cut to the left side. Worked it off the boards. Beck slams McEwen into the boards. Trottier a shot off the post. Hooked up beautifully by Bourne to Trottier. Then it went off the post. And in come the Rangers 2-on-1. Johnstone a drive. And it deflected off Langevin. Comes out in front. Smothered by Smith. It's loose. They bang at it. Cleared by Bourne. It was going into the net. And Bourne slapped it away. Ruotsalainen shot is tipped. Billy Smith without a stick. An injured player down on the ice. It's Langevin. That shot was deflected into the corner. Back it comes to the blue line. Ruotsalainen a drive. Smith got a piece of it. They bang at it. It's underneath Bill Smith. The Rangers with a flurry. Now Johnstone and Trottier shoved at one another. Bourne is there as well. And Dave Langevin, who had been dinked earlier, is down on his knees in the far corner as we watch the ball up in front of Bill Smith. But the puck was going in the net. Bob Bourne reached up, got his hand on it, slapped it away.
A lot of action, Jiggs. Let's take another look at the action around Billy Smith. Dave Langevin heads for the Islander dressing room immediately. Islanders, Beck takes McEwen. Wow, heavy check. Good shot by Trottier off the goalpost, and on come the New York Rangers. Eddie Johnstone, a 2-on-1 with Fitzhoric. Langevin is back. The shot missed the net. Langevin runs into Trottier right there. That might be the reason that Dave Langevin is shaken up. Yes, he is. He's shaken up with the collision to Trottier. There's the play by Bourne as he backhands the puck away from the open net. The puck was on its way in. There's a shot. Stopped by Billy Smith. It was deflected right in front of him. Again, Langevin is hurt. You see him on his knees. It takes a lot to put Dave Langevin down. He must be hurting at this point. The pressure by the New York Rangers.
We are tied at 2. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the opening period. Thomas Johnson tried to break Nystrom free on the right side. It didn't work. Morrow stepped into Silk. And Johnson again fed it to Nystrom. Now to Goring. Goring across. No, he didn't cross the line. Turns at center ice. And away from a couple of checks. Gave the puck to Morrow, and he fires it into the New York Rangers zone. Laidlaw back. Working high in the air, down the boards, into the Islander territory. It's rolling on edge, but not fast enough to get over the goal line in time. Silk in forechecking as Morrow comes up the left side. The pass to John Tonelli. Tonelli at center. Over the Ranger line, trying to come in around the defense. Tonelli goes back in the net. Sutter, it was loose in front. Over comes Thomas Johnson to get it to Goring. Goring in front to Nystrom. Can't pull the trigger on the backhand. It's still loose. Couple of guys hit the deck. Here's Johnson moving in. Johnson to Tonelli. Tonelli back in the net. Looks for somebody in front center. It's under Neal. They back at it. Nystrom has put it home. Nystrom backhands it home. Islanders have taken the lead for the first time in this game. Good scoring is in the crease, but he's held in the crease by Dory. The goal counts.
works it in front of the net. Watch Butch scoring as he gets taken in right there. Dory holds him in, and Bobby Nystrom puts the puck into the lower left-hand corner. Take the lead. There's the play. The Rangers knock the puck ahead right to Thomas Johnson. He carried it into Tonelli, and from there, Bobby Nystrom gets the goal. Nystrom, his second goal of the playoff, scoring, pushed into the net. Neal can't get across to the side of the net where the puck is, and Nystrom has scored to give the Islanders a 3-2 lead. 5 goals here in the first period.
Assist to Tonelli and Goring, 16:51. The time of the goal, a break in the action. The score, New York Islanders 3, New York Rangers 2. He's unable to move it out cleanly. Now Trottier dumped it to center. Picked up and brought back on this right side. Dave Maloney to McClanahan. Centering attempt. Allison a shot. Smith the save. Knocked it off for Denny Potvin. Around to Gillies. Gillies bumped in his own zone. Brent Sutter with it now. Turned to get away from Allison's check. Lost it. McClanahan shot and scored. McClanahan. Brent Sutter trying to come out of his own end. Wheeled the other way. McClanahan stole the puck. And we're tied at 3.
Mistakes are costly at any time, particularly in situations like this in playoff games. The Islanders have a 1-goal lead. Brent Sutter. Gillies along the board. Sutter gets the puck. As he starts out, he's checked by McClanahan. And as quickly as he's checked, McClanahan puts it in the top left-hand corner. Point blank. Gillies along the boards with McClanahan, and as Sutter, Brent Sutter, tried to come out, McClanahan checked him and wheeled it quickly into the top left-hand corner. 3-3 tie here in the first period. Just over 2 minutes remaining.
Now the Rangers force back. Start out led by Fatorik up the left side. The puck loose as Bossy came back. Gave it to Bourne, to Brian Trottier. To Bob Bourne. Bourne trying to come up the left wing is taken out on the boards. Ruotsalainen dumps it deep into the Islander zone. Coming back is Morrow. Morrow left side to Bourne. Now to Mike Bossy. Bossy working on Ruotsalainen. Cuts to the right. Couldn't speed it around the young defenseman. It comes all the way back into the Islander zone. And there is Morrow off the boards right to Fatorik. Take the shot. Trying to come in around Morrow. Fatorik chased to the corner by Morrow. Morrow ties him up on the boards, and Bossy picks up the puck. Out to McEwen. Mike McEwen to Brian Trottier. Back to McEwen as he slipped around the defensive backhander. Mio put the right pad in front of it. Kicked out aside. There's Barry Beck shooting it high in the air down into the Islander zone. It's picked up by Lane. Gord Lane over the Ranger line. Lets it go. Mio just got a piece of it. He's struggled with those long shots as Gord Lane just tested him with one.
He's off balance, Jiggs. He is not sure of himself. The Islanders should take advantage of that and get some shots on him. Try and regain their lead.
Now Goring checked as he got to the Ranger line. Backing up with it was Dory. Hot band and Nystrom comes in on the right wing. Nystrom turns, looks for somebody at the point, then lost his balance. Trying to regain his skates on the boards, and there's no further play. 53 seconds left in this opening period. We have a 3-3 tie here. The Islanders have led once. The Rangers have led twice.
Mio, his balance questionable. He was over on his right side. His weight shifted. Lane shot. Had it been a few inches further left or a little bit further right, either side of his left skate, the puck would have beaten Mio. Another long shot. Looked very awkward trying to make the stop.
Now Wayne Merrick centers for Duane Sutter and Clark Gillies as Potvin and Lane take the positions at the points. Duguay up front with Fatorik and Don Maloney for the Rangers. That's Dave Maloney going to the corner. Merrick got a piece of him. Duane Sutter with the puck. Down to that. Put it out in front of his kick. And ends up in the corner again. There is Vante. Duane Sutter all over top of him. Merrick trying to dig it loose, but play has been called. 31 seconds remaining. Opening period here at the Coliseum. Same two teams tomorrow night at 8. We'll have that game for you on Sports Channel as well.
Jiggs, Mike McEwen is the only man to play in an Islander-Ranger playoff game for both the Islanders and the Rangers. Little note, kind of fun.
Just thinking Burt Marshall, but no, he had come to the Islanders before there was an Islander-Ranger playoff. Yes. There he got the draw to Gillies, and his shot deflected. Vadnais cleared it up into the crowd, and there's no further play. Well, being crosstown rivals, you use that term, being in the same division, more importantly, you don't normally expect trades between teams within their own division.
General managers are always reluctant to make a deal with the team next door, particularly when they play against each other. Islanders and Rangers, we've mentioned some of the things. The series, there's been 3 series, 2 won by the Islanders, 1 won by the Rangers. 8-5, the Islanders lead the Rangers. In overtime games, the Islanders have won 3, and the Rangers have won 0.
Now we watch Merrick lining up for this face-off. Duane Sutter is to the right. Gillies back up almost with the defense. Eddie Johnstone and Wayne Merrick are moved out of the face-off area, so in comes Clark Gillies to take the draw against Allison.
Gillies hesitated. The last time, Merrick won the face-off. And Gillies stepped in, hesitated just for a moment, and a Ranger got his stick in front of the wrist shot that Gillies let go. That's
No, I don't think so. And we're set for the face-off. It's still Gillies on the draw. The Rangers control the puck. Dave Maloney to Don Maloney. Back to the defenseman. Dave at center ice now to the Islander line. Flipped it through and was offside. Knocked down anyway by Morrow, but offside has been called. 14 seconds remaining in the period. Saturday night here at the Coliseum. The country music extravaganza.
Man, I'll tell you.
Pay the price, huh?
Oh, the Maalox and the Pepto-Bismol and all the things I have to go through after kind of defeats the purpose.
Hey, you're talking to the right guy. I suffer the same thing, but I've been smart enough to stay away from it. Here's Tonelli. Hooked it in over the Ranger line. Nyserman after it. He's knocked down on the boards by Don Maloney. The two of them shoving, and the puck is beneath Maloney for a face-off with 1 second left in the opening period. Hard to believe we had played this period without a penalty.
We have. Ron Wicks has let the players set the tempo and the pace of the hockey game. It has not had a steady tempo or pace. Rule 43A, play shall not be stopped nor the game delayed by a reason of adjustment to clothing, equipment, shoes, skates, or stick. A minor penalty shall be imposed for an infringement.
Well, that's not the interpretation that Ron Wicks gave.
No, but I'm saying I was surprised that Wicks did not. Everybody knew that going in. I'm sure that Edmonton felt confident about playing Los Angeles. Maybe that's the problem. Too confident.
Now we watch Barry Beck trying to come out of his own end for the Rangers. Ruotsalainen bangs it off the boards. It came right back in again on a delayed offside. As Ruotsalainen took it in a little deeper, linesman Swede Knox blew the whistle, and we're 22 seconds into the second period. For the Islanders, it was Langevin, Bossy, and Nystrom in the first period. Duguay, Connor, and McClanahan scored the Ranger goals, and the shots officially, the Islanders 10, the Rangers 13.
I don't see Ed Mio on the bench either, Jakes. He didn't come out. He wasn't out when they warmed up Weeks. All the players were on the ice, and he was not amongst them.
Now the Rangers tried to move out again, but couldn't do it cleanly. Beck missed Connor with the pass. Going back for the puck is Mike McEwen. McEwen up the middle to Trottier. Ryan Trottier pokes it into the Ranger zone. Ruotsalainen comes after it. Bossy forces him back to the net. Ruotsalainen, good speed around a couple of checks over the Islander line. Lets it fly. Smith got a piece of it. Ends up back in the net. Cleared up by Morrow. Rogers fires one toward the net that was cut off. Played around to the boards by Kenny Morrow. The Bourne, who tipped it to center ice. That's Vadnais coming back. Poked away from Vadnais by Bourne, and both Brent Sutter and Bourne went after Vadnais. Here come the Rangers. Left side is Connor. Drop pass. Dave Silk with it into Connor. Connor goes back of the Islander net. Put it right up to the stick of Clark Gillies. Now to Kenny Morrow. Morrow sends Duane Sutter into center ice. The pass to Gillies. In around the defense. He's shooting. Weeks his first save. Here's Duane Sutter. Left it for McEwen at the point. McEwen shot one wide. Gillies knocked his man down from behind, but Connor is there for the Rangers. Checked by Duane Sutter, who dumped it in toward the goal. Weeks laid it off for Vadnais. Harold Vadnais to the right side. Dave Maloney lugged it into center ice. Now it's picked up by Rogers. Rogers flips it into the Islanders zone as the Rangers go for a player change. Denny Potvin wheels from back of the net. Up the left side to Gillies. Gillies back to Potvin. It was intercepted. Don Maloney is knocked down and will get the first penalty of the game against the Islanders. Weeks goes to the Ranger bench as Fatorik controls the puck. Denny Potvin will be the man penalized. And the Rangers get the extra man out. Dave Maloney is played around the boards as Smith cuts it off. Play is called. And Denny Potvin goes to the penalty box. A break in the action. The score tied. Islanders 3, the Rangers 3.
And draws the first penalty of the game. A tripping penalty. Here's how it happened. Right here. Maloney. Boom. Down he goes. Don Maloney. Potvin gets a penalty for it. Jigs, the Islanders have owned the Rangers in the second period. 20-8. They've outscored them.
20-8?
Yes, in the second period during the regular season.
The Rangers on a power play. Smith the first save. The puck back in the net. They try to get it out to Johnstone and cannot as Lane forced Don Maloney back. Here's Fatorik now. Fatorik to Don Maloney. Looks for somebody in front. Smith knocked it off his stick, and Gord Lane fires it high and down into the Ranger zone.
Good play by Billy Smith. Good clearing shot by Gord Lane.
Guess who's putting on the goaltender's equipment?
John Davidson, I'll bet.
You're right.
How did I know that?
Eddie Meal has pulled a muscle in his back, and John Davidson is getting ready. Dave Maloney sends his man in over the line. Lennon moved in, ruled it just wide of Smith on the stick side. It comes back to Fatorik. Robbie Fatorik to the blue line. Dave Maloney to Fatorik. Fatorik into Maloney. Trapped it. Centered one that was way off the target. Johnstone to the blue line to Fatorik. Fatorik to the far corner. Played back to the blue line. Dave Maloney moving it back and forth. Lennon into the corner to Johnstone. Now to Dave Maloney. Back to Johnstone. Eddie Johnstone, a shot sailed wide of the net. Comes back to Fatorik. Robbie Fatorik unable to get a good shot away, and it went up in the air, cleared by Morrow. Picked off by Don Maloney. Maloney to Lennon. Nico Lennon back up to the blue line, then handed it to Morrow. Islanders force the Rangers into their own zone.
Good break for the New York Islanders. Lennon handing it right to Kenny Morrow.
Now out they come, led by Silk, trying to outskate Goring. Silk works it around the board. Smith back of the net to cut it off. Got it to McEwen, and he'll slap it out of there. 14 seconds remaining in the penalty to Potvin. Ruotsalainen winds up back of the Ranger net. Beck came in to join him, now sails up the left side, cutting to the right. Meantime, Ruotsalainen plays it to Ron Duguay. Duguay around the boards to Beck. Potvin is back on. On the right point, Rogers' a shot, knocked down and cleared. Ruotsalainen off the blue line. His shot deflected wide of the goal. Goring races to the left wing boards, fed it up to center to Potvin. Potvin against Ruotsalainen. Denny Potvin shot, Weeks the save, and he holds on. There's a break in the action. The score is tied. The Islanders 3, the Rangers 3. Now Trottier, Bossy, and Gillies line up. Rocking back, Bossy to the blue line, but outside the line. Potvin to Lane, and he dumps it in of the lane offside. Trottier was still tied up in the Ranger territory. Scanning the Islander bench, and I do not see Dave Langevin.
He has not resurfaced since he went off late in the first period when he collided with Brian Trottier. Islanders are 12 wins, 3 losses in their last 15 playoff games. The 3 losses all came on the road.
Now Gillies on the draw against McClanahan. The puck came back to Dave Maloney. Maloney to Allison, couldn't take the pass. Potvin plays it to the right side. Bossy into the Ranger zone. A slap shot off the stick of Dave Maloney and way up into the crowd. Pittsburgh was the oldest team in the league this past season. The Rangers, the second oldest. Rangers averaged 26.3 years. The Islanders averaged 25.7, and that is the 8th oldest team in the league. Rangers averaged 6 feet, 188.4 pounds. The Islanders 6 feet, 191.7. We look at the score. Islanders and the Rangers tied at 3. Al making a change on defense as Morrow has come out with McEwen. He is down to 5 defensemen. The injury to Persson on Tuesday night. Tonight, Langevin goes out. We don't have a report on the nature of the injury. Meantime, Beck played it around the boards. It skipped off the boards. Here's Bossy in front to Gillies, and a shot was tipped by Beck. Ruotsalainen lays it high over the glass. We'll get a face-off to the left of the Ranger net.
Brian Trottier-Jiggs is playing in his 87th Islander playoff game. Just tied Gary Howitt's playoff game record.
It is Trottier taking the draw against Lennon. Patillo stepped into the face-off area too quickly. Once they realign, Trottier got it to Gillies, to Lane. That's a goal. Weeks the save. Big rebound. Trottier slapped at it. It was cleared aside by Beck. Out comes Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen at center ice. Over the Islander line, but so was Patillo, and he was ahead of Ruotsalainen, so that's offside. Now John Davidson makes his appearance. Big J.D. comes out of the tunnel down to the left and goes to the Ranger bench. He'll be the backup goaltender. That's a new innovation, new wrinkle in the last little while, being able to dress another goaltender in case of injury.
Goaltender. From there, it's one of the regular players, one of the regular skaters, I should say, that would...
Yeah, it wouldn't be a regular player that would say, who would you think most likely to put the pads on?
Dave Langevin. He makes a pretty good backup goaltender.
Here we watch John Tonelli come in across the Ranger line, working on Dory. Was dragged down. He's still got a shot away. Weeks the save, and we'll get a penalty against Dory.
A hooking penalty to the New York Rangers. Dory, number 33, is going to get the gate. A break game. Andre Dory. John Tonelli forces the penalty on Dory. He almost got around him. Dory got the stick into the midsection, gave him a tug with it, pulled down John Tonelli, and drew a penalty from referee Ron Wicks.
Against Pittsburgh, the Islander power play worked only 19% of the time. This is their first chance against the Rangers. Tonelli to McEwen, in around the boards to Goring. Butch Goring trying to put one out in front. Everybody covered. Goring gets it back to McEwen. A drive, tipped off the skate and wide of the net. There's Eddie Johnstone, and he slaps it down the ice. Chasing it is McEwen. Up front, Tonelli, Nystrom, and Goring. Mothman and McEwen on the points. Mike McEwen carries it out of his own zone. That side, here's Tonelli across the Ranger line. John Tonelli in front to Nystrom, and he can grab. McEwen with a shot, but there's no further play. The net has come off its moorings. Nystrom is really upset. He just now gets his stick back from Vadnais.
Could have easily been another call, another penalty. McEwen fine back on a power play.
Minute 22 left in the penalty time against Dory. Gillies got it back to McEwen, over to Denny Potvin. Potvin in front to Gillies, and it was out of his reach. Mark Gillies down the corner, bumped by Beck. Gillies got away from the check. McEwen came in, lost it, and Beck has cleared it into center ice. Denny Potvin being chased back by Newgate. Potvin gave it to Trottier. Trottier is over the Ranger line on this right side. The pass to Bossy to Trottier, back in that, shoveled it out in front, cleared aside by Weeks. Bossy with it to the blue line, but away from Potvin. Denny Potvin hustles into center ice. 46 seconds left in the power play. McEwen, Potvin now to Trottier, to Mike McEwen. Dropped it to Trottier. Ryan Trottier to Gillies, and he tips it into the Ranger zone. Beck hustles after it. Gillies leans into him. The puck went to Bossy. Bossy to Clark Gillies. Gillies trying to put it out in front. Hit back, and now Laidlaw picks it up. Wires it to the line. Knocked down by Potvin. Denny Potvin, around one check, over to Bossy. Bossy centers, there's Potvin, but he couldn't get a shot away as Laidlaw took it out. Picked up by Trottier. The Bossy shoots off the right arm and Weeks it into the crowd.
Good stop by goaltender Steve Weeks off Michael Bossy. Bossy blisters one, looking for the top right-hand corner. Islanders on a power play. There's the pass, Trottier to Bossy, and you see him whip it. Weeks, good stop as he gets his blocker, the glove on the stick side. He gets in front of the shot. There's the pass and the shot. Trottier to Bossy.
Now Goring will take the face-off against Vittori. Rangers got the draw, and Vadnais has cleared it down the ice.
Rangers penalty killing 65% in the playoffs. not such a good percentage. The Islanders, 88.9.
Haynes at 6 aside as Dory is back on. Nystrom checked at center ice. Dave Maloney got it over to Vadnais. Earl Vadnais to Dory. Dory shooting it into the Islander zone. That's Don Maloney chasing it. Tonelli ties him up in the boards. Monthan unable to get a stick on it. Allison cleared it wide of the Islander net. Allison from back of the goal. Looks for somebody in front. Back to the point. Dave Maloney to Vadnais. Vadnais worked it deep. Got away from Don Maloney. Allison and Monthan slammed together. And it was Monthan down on the deck. Dave Maloney from the left side. Into Don Maloney. It came back to Dave. To Allison. Turn. Shoots. Smith the save. There's Eddie Johnstone with the puck. Put it out in front. Comes back to Vadnais, and he trapped it outside the blue line. Now to Allison, to Don Maloney. Maloney to Johnstone. That failed to work. Monthan gives it to John Tonelli. Tonelli away from one check. Now to Nystrom, to Goring on left wing. He's across the Ranger line, shooting it around the boards, and it was cut off. Dave Maloney stolen by Tonelli, but he couldn't get loose. Now Morrow out at center. Waited for Tonelli. No, not long enough. Offside is called. 11:18 remaining in the second period. Tomorrow night, same two teams here at the Nassau Coliseum at 8 o'clock start. We'll have that action plus the pregame show, the preview of the playoffs beginning at 7:30 on Sports Channel.
Dennis Potvin behind the net. Allison right here backs into him. Boom. Heavy hit. Good check by the Rangers, sending Dennis Potvin to the ice. Not often you see Dennis Potvin hit straight on and knocked off his feet.
Now Merrick is out with Duane Sutter and Bob Bourne for the Islanders as Morrow dumps one around the boards. It got away from the goaltender. Weeks. In comes Johnson with a shot. Weeks the save. The rebound. Duane Sutter jabbed it wide. Weeks crawling on top of it has weathered the puck. More pushing and shoving, but a golden opportunity for the Islanders, and Duane Sutter just couldn't find that 6-foot wide, 4-foot high goal.
Tough break for Duane Sutter. He has not been able to get a goal so far in the playoffs. Thomas Johnson's shot stopped in front. Look at the open net. Look at the open puck. He missed the net. Duane Sutter on a backhand as he tried to flip the puck up into the open net. That yawning wide open net. We look again. Beck takes out Wayne Merrick. Here's Thomas Johnson. His shot stopped by Weeks. He got his glove on it. The goaltender, Steve Weeks, made a save off the attempt by Duane Sutter.
Now the Rangers have cleared it into center ice. Thomas Johnson is back. Johnson to Duane Sutter. Tipped it right to Rogers, however. Rogers over the line. Cuts to the left. The pass to Silk, and he was checked by Morrow. Now Ruotsalainen unable to hold it in the Islander zone. Merrick got it to the left side. This is Bourne in the Ranger territory. Trying to come in around Beck in front. Merrick stripped it right through the goal line. And again, Duane Sutter was parked there, and a sheet of glass has come out back of the Ranger goal, so player's been called.
A big one. One of the tall panes of glass came towering down out of its roost.
Left, Duguay moves in to take the draw against Clark Gillies. Lane and Potvin on defense for the Islanders. Rache got it back to Lane, over to Potvin. Potvin dumps it in around the boards. Very effective chase. Grabbed it away from Gillies. Rache riding hurt on Beck. He dumped it around to the opposite side, and that's Ruotsalainen with it. Ahead to Lennon over the Islander line. Potvin got a piece of him. Lennon lost a glove that went flying up into the crowd. The puck came to the side of the goal and brought out by Gord Lane. Lane to Trache off his skates to Keller. He was too well covered. McClanahan sends Lennon over the line. They call Lennon and moves in and shot it off the crossbar. Goes up into the crowd. 9:55 remaining in period 2.
Clark Gillies retrieves the glove. Mikko Lenninen's glove. Here he is without the glove. There he goes after the puck. Kind of miscues here. He stumbled a little bit, pulled the puck in. There's the shot off the crossbar on Duguay. Moving in on the right side, was looking for the pass from Lenninen, but none was forthcoming.
Coach Goring centering for John Tonelli and Bob Nystrom. Torek on the draw, got it away from Goring to Laidlaw. Now Dory shoots it into the Islander zone. Off the boards, picked up by Morrow. Morrow to Goring. Goring into center ice. Fired it wide of Weeks. Pinelli is filled. And there'll be a penalty here. An interference penalty against the Rangers will set up the second Islander power play of the period. And the game, for that matter, as Laidlaw gets up slowly and referee Ron Wicks gives that crossed arm signal.
Interference. It's what you do with the puck most of the time, but it's how you play when you do not have the puck. That means as much sometimes. John Tonelli without the puck is dangerous. Goring shoots it in. Tonelli, look at him go after the puck, trying to get to it. He's got two Rangers keeping him from getting to the puck. They finally take him down, and that's where the penalty came from. A interference penalty on Eddie Johnstone gives the Islanders another power play opportunity. The Islanders would love to have the power play that they threw at the Rangers throughout the regular season here at the Coliseum. 42.9% was their average at the Coliseum against the Rangers. 6 goals, 14 attempts.
It is Goring, Bossy, and Tonelli. McEwen held the puck, gave it to Potvin. His shot's grabbed by Weeks, and he holds on.
Duguay takes Potvin with a body check after Captain Dennis let it go. He lets the shot go. Duguay decked him.
Weeks lifetime against the Islanders. Regular season play, a win, 5 losses, no ties, and a 4.90 goals against average. That's regular season. Meal regular season was 1-2-0 and 3.33. Torek and Goring are asked to leave the face-off area. Goring arguing the point with linesman Gerard Gauthier, but Tonelli and Duguay move in. Duguay cleared it to the boards. Bossy tied up by Vadnais, and Torek cleared it right to Potvin. It hit Duguay and comes out to center, but Goring was there. Duguay with it again. Shoveled it back to Vadnais. Over to Dave Maloney. Maloney to Vadnais, back into his own zone, and it rolls right to Weeks. Out to Vadnais, and he'll slap it down the boards. Potvin tipped it, and that goes sailing up into the crowd.
Jags were told that Langevin, when he collided with Brian Trottier, has pinched a nerve in his neck or shoulder. That is the reason he is not on the bench or in the game. Mio played for Edmonton at one time also.
Yeah, he did. And Weeks playing for the first time ever against the Islanders in playoff competition. Other Ranger goaltenders, John Davidson has a record of 4 wins, 2 losses. Eddie Jockerman, no wins, 2 losses. Hugh Fillemure, a win and no losses. And Steve Baker was in for all 4 games last year, 0-4. There's Denny Potvin. Right side, it was tipped at the Ranger line, picked up by Gillies. Gillies to Bossy. Bossy back to McEwen. Ron Maloney moved up to check in. McEwen sends Bossy into the Ranger zone. He slapped one around the boards. Potvin in off the left point. Gave it to Trottier. Potvin to Bossy back to the net. Bossy unable to get away from Laidlaw. And the puck cleared right to Trottier. Trottier to Gillies. Mark Gillies over to Potvin. And Potvin a drive. Blocked by Weeks. It's loose back to the Ranger goal. Potvin knocks Laidlaw down. Younghan's there to help out. The puck is beneath Laidlaw. Now comes loose. Picked up by Trottier. Steps into Trottier with a good check. And Duane Maloney has forced it down into the Islander zone with 38 seconds left in the penalty to Johnstone. Potvin rounds the net. Up the right side to Bossy. Back to Denny Potvin. Potvin at the center ice stripe. Got it around the boards in the Ranger zone. Cut off, and Beck slaps it out of there to Duguay. Duguay up the left side to McClanahan, but Johnson coming back for the Islanders. The boards. 10 seconds remaining in the penalty to Johnstone. This is Mike McEwen at center ice. Over the Ranger line, the pass for Thomas Johnson was cut off. Duguay clearing it. Now Beck dumps it down the ice, and that does it as far as the penalty is concerned. And the Islanders unable to do any business with the man advantage. Thomas Johnson has cleared it into center. On Maloney over to Vadnais. Vadnais dumps it into the Islander zone. Johnson back to touch up, and that's icing against the Rangers. 7:25 left in the second period.
If it seems like a long period, it is. One of the moorings for the net sheared off. That took some time. Then one of the large panels of plexiglass at the end of the rink to the right and behind Steve Weeks was knocked out of place. Looks like they didn't want us to finish the second period. A period that the Islanders have dominated during the regular season. 20 goals they've scored. 8 by the Rangers through the 8 games.
We are tied 3-3. All the scoring came in the first period. For the Islanders, Wayne Merrick, Duane Sutter, and Bob Bourne are the forwards. Here is Allison across the Islander line. Allison dumped it around the boards. Thomas Johnson back up the left side to Bourne, and it tipped off him and into the crowd.
6 goals in the first period. None so far here in the second.
This is a little more like we'd expected. A little tighter checking.
It is. The hitting is still there. The skating not quite as open when you get it tight checking.
Bob Bourne fed it to Duane Sutter, who dumped it into the Ranger zone. Ruotsalainen around the boards. Thomas Johnson started in, and the glass has come out again. Well, that's a dangerous area tonight, that glass. I don't recall having seen it go out all season long, and twice here in the second period it pulled the disappearing out. The great.
Oh yeah, he used to break and crumble, just fall straight down.
Saw one. Well, you'd be playing in that game. I saw one go out in the Boston Garden one night. Esposito had a shot go, and the glass just disintegrated. And Dave Langevin is just now coming back from the New York Islander dressing room. And Langevin goes to the bench.
A welcome sight for not only the
Eric is out with Bourne and Wayne Sutter for the Islanders. Play comes around to the left side. Cam Connor. Now Rogers sent Beck into center ice. Beck over the line with Silk. Beck coming in on the left side. Chased to the corner, then fell, and here's Morrow. Kenny Morrow on one knee. Couldn't clear it out. Beck to Rogers. Rogers dumped it right to Smith. A weak shot, and Smith elects to hold on and force a face-off.
players having trouble handling the puck. It seems to be rolling and bouncing a little extra tonight. Whether there's an extra amount of snow on the ice or not. We look at Billy Smith. 14 games he won in each of the last 2 years, leading the Islanders to the Stanley Cup.
3 goals against average. Gave up 22 goals in those 8 games over the years, and it's lost to them only once. Boring directing some traffic as Tonelli shifts over to the right side. Potvin moves up a little on the left. Lennon against Goring on this faceoff. What's Goring? Got the draw to Potvin. And it's around the boards, off the stick of Goring. It's centered in front, cleared aside by Lane. There's Potvin to John Tonelli. Tonelli got it to the blue line. Duguay knocked it down, tried to play it in deep, but it hit Dory and bounced to center ice. Andre Dory to Laidlaw. Laidlaw, left side. Lennon slaps one into the Ranger bench or off the linesman. It hit him up in the shoulder. Now Nystrom in the Ranger zone. A weak shot. Got away from Dory. Nystrom broke his stick trying to take that shot. It's cleared to the blue line for Denny Potvin. Potvin winds up. Made it over to Lane instead, and Tonelli has been hurt. Here's Nystrom with the shot. Hit the side of the goal. Tonelli struggling to get to the Islander bench, but now play is called.
John Tonelli, Jakes, was hit on the side of the head, around the temple area on the right side by an errant stick. It did not appear to be a deliberate slash, but he went down. He hit the side of the net. Here's Swede Knox taking a shot. Lennon, there's the shot. It hit him right on the arm. You see his left arm. He's holding it down. He does not keep him from his duties. He makes the play he has to make, winces in pain, and then continues on.
And a strange second period, hasn't it?
No question. We've had a little of everything, sometimes twice. It is now Nordiques 3, Bruins 2. Kluche now has 2 goals. Goulet has the other one, and Pedersen and Barr have scored for the Bruins. That's in the third period.
Here we watch Vittoric dumping the puck into the Islander zone. Langevin back, couldn't get there in time, but he did get the man after he made the play. Mike McEwen with the puck. McEwen up the left side to Langevin, turning, trying to get away from Vittoric. They go to the boards together, and Bossy dropped it back to McEwen. Mike McEwen out into center ice to Caller off his stick, and cleared aside by Weeks to the blue line to Langevin. He slaps one of us knocked down. Here's Bossy, shoots. Weeks the save, and the rebound is cleared by Dave Maloney. Ron Maloney dumps it into center ice, and Fedoruk comes down the left side. Robbie Fedoruk fakes the shot, moved in, shoots, he scores. Oh, he put a fake on Bill Smith, pulling him way out of the net, and had an open goal to backhand it into.
All kinds of mistakes on the play, Jiggs. The Islanders leave Billy Smith wide open. Billy Smith goes for a fake, and Fedoruk walks in, puts it in the net. Here's the save, Bossy, point blank. Good save by Weeks. Rangers out of their own end, 2-on-1 break. Now watch what happens. Andy Kaller thinks he can't get to Fedoruk. Instead of trying to go with Fedoruk, he doesn't go with anybody. Defenseman Langevin is at the top of the circle going for the right winger, the Rangers right winger. Langevin goes for him, and Billy Smith gets pulled well out of the net. Fedoruk puts it in a wide open net, and the Rangers, after Bossy making a great try on Weeks, the Rangers take a 4-3 lead.
Johnstone and Dave Maloney get assists on the goal at 14:56. So the Islanders trail for the third time tonight. Play in the Rangers zone. This is Merrick back to Morrow. Into the corner, got away from Duane Sutter. Ruotsalainen checked hard by Gillies. In comes Merrick. Merrick got in front. Morrow from the blue line. The Duane Sutter, it's in his skates, and then he's checked by Beck. Beck up to the point. Held in. Morrow lets one go. Weeks made the save off that shot. Here's Thomas Johnson working it back of the net. Wayne Merrick and Beck bumping together. Merrick kicked it to Duane Sutter. Sutter to Gillies. Good save by Weeks. A dazzling stop off Clark Gillies. And the Rangers move it into center. It was knocked down by Thomas Johnson. Johnson away from a check. Is upended as he got over the line. No penalty call. Clark Gillies drops it to Morrow. Eddie Morrow turning to get away from Rogers. Here's Morrow across the Ranger blue line, trying to go through the defense. Beck clears the puck high and into the crowd. 3:49 left in the period.
What a save by Steve Weeks off Clark Gillies. Point blank, Gillies in a crowd blasted a pass that came out from behind the net. And Weeks beat him. Here's the action. Merrick kicks it loose to Duane Sutter. He behind the net. Gillies comes in right there. Gillies lets it fly. Look at this save by Steve Weeks from point blank.
3:49 left in period two. The face-off directly in front of the Ranger goal. Scoring on this draw against Allison. Nystrom and Bourne on the wing. Scoring had the puck momentarily. Now it's picked up by Dory. Andre Dory dumps it to center. Gord Lane is back. Gave it to Potvin. Clearing attempt came off the boards. Potvin again at his own blue line. Around one check. Then is up and around. He's hooked from behind by Allison. He did not go down, but he certainly was hooked. And the Rangers will be a man short.
And knowing Ron Wicks, he felt he owed one, and he just paid his dues.
Penalty number 14, Mike Allison.
Mike Allison, a hooking penalty on Dennis Potvin. The Islanders to bring the game to a tie. They're trailing by one.
With the man advantage. Now Allison for hooking at 7. Al Arbor has Brian Trottier out with Kaller and Bossy. McEwen and Potvin. Badney. The line iron shot to slap it out of his own zone down into the Islander territory. Back comes McEwen. McEwen up the right wing boards for Brian Trottier. Carries it deeper. Around to McEwen. McEwen sends Potvin out on this right side. Ahead to Bossy. Bossy had to wait outside the blue line. Still waiting for his teammates to get back. Now McEwen brings it in over the line. Around the boards. Trottier chasing it. Weeks out of the net. It's cleared to the corner. Right, Bossy after it. Bossy to the side of the net for Trottier, and it was broken up by Dave Maloney. The Duguay too far. Potvin didn't shoot it. Badney just dumps it down the ice. A minute 10 remaining in the Islander power play. McEwen off the boards on the left side. Brian Trottier over to Mike McEwen. McEwen steps in across the line. 4 Rangers around him. He sent Kaller in deep, and it rolled off the stick and is grabbed by Weeks. He reached back with the goal stick, slowed it up, and then put the catching glove on it.
Andy Kaller loses the puck as he goes in all alone. Mike McEwen takes a two-handed slash, gets the puck to Andy Kaller. Kaller tried to pull it and go to his backhand. The puck rolled off his stick. Weeks had to make the save on the loose puck anyway. 56 seconds remaining in the penalty to Allison. Islanders haven't had a shot.
You're right. They've not been sharp either. 56 seconds. Make up for it. Nystrom on the left, Bourne on the right. Barry Beck chased to the corner, got it away from Bourne, and Fatorik slaps it down the ice. First period, Dave Langevin went off for repairs. John Tonelli is in the Islander dressing room right now. The Islanders started the game without Stefan Persson, who was injured here on Tuesday night. Bourne, right side to Nystrom. He's into the Ranger zone, but the puck rolled off his stick. And at center ice, Don Maloney was spun around on the play. Here is Potvin. And Potvin to Nystrom, and the pass out of his reach. Coming back toward his back, slaps one off the boards. Held in by Thomas Johnson to Bob Bourne. Bourne into the corner to Gorey. Back to Bourne, to the blue line to Johnson. Cuts to the left, in front to Bourne, and it was just out of his reach. Don Maloney with 10 seconds to go, and the Ranger penalty has had it tipped up into the crowd. So we'll get a face-off in the center ice zone.
Good penalty killing by the New York Rangers. Their percentage, we told you earlier, is only 65% in the playoffs so far. They've had 7 goals scored on them in 20 opportunities coming into tonight's game. Their power play, 8 for 21, operating at 38.1%. That's as good on the power play as the Islanders' penalty killing at 88.9.
Now McEwen has fed it to Morrow. His shot went off Gillies' ankle, and Clark is down in a heap. Boy, all kinds of bad things happening for the New York Islanders as trainer Ron Waske comes out to attend to Clark Gillies.
That puck appeared to hit him on the right instep. That's a dangerous place to be hit. Quicker.
Trottier after the draw couldn't get it into the Ranger zone. It's cleared to Allison, who just come out of the penalty box. He's hit hard by Trottier. Langevin with the puck. His pass went off Allison's stick to McEwen. Mike McEwen lugs it out to Caller, off his stick to Trottier, who shoots it around the boards. Weeks back of the net, unable to cut it off cleanly. Ruotsalainen cleared it. Langevin picks it up at center ice. Knocked off his stick, and McEwen hustles after it. Mike McEwen takes a look. Hank went off the boards. Now goes to Langevin. Langevin with a minute to play to Caller. Caller pokes it into the Ranger zone. Ruotsalainen back to the goal. Around to the right side. Fatorik tried to slap it out and hit Bossy. Now picked up by Fatorik. Fatorik got away from Caller's check. Here's Beck in the Islander zone. Langevin got a piece of him. Fatorik in the corner. Buffed by Langevin and knocked down. Fatorik back in his skates. Around Trottier. Hanking around Langevin. Here's Don Maloney with the puck. Back to the blue line. Gorey fires one. Spit the stick save. Picked up by Caller. Caller works it into center ice. Beck has it there. Right wing, Gorey shot it in over the line. McEwen handed it to Bossy, and he backhanded it into the Ranger territory. There is Barry Beck. Over to Dorey, off his stick to Duguay. Duguay down the right side, trying to come in around Langevin. A shot. Smith just got a face of it, and it rolled to the corner. Duguay to the blue line to Laidlaw. Out of Dorey. Dorey, a slap shot is blocked by Langevin. Dorey to Laidlaw. He shoots, and that's tip wide. And the horn sounds, ending period number 2. But the Rangers applying some pressure in the last 30 or 40 seconds. Let's go back and take another look at the last few hectic seconds in the second period.
On Duguay.
Period. Dave Langevin did, and he is out on the left defense with McEwen. Trottier up front with Bossy and Bob Bourne. It is 4-3 Rangers as the third period gets underway. Langevin took Rogers off the puck, and here's Bossy. Hooked by Silk. Rangers got away with one. Bossy tried to come in around Ruotsalainen and couldn't do it. Ruotsalainen played it back of the net, picked up by Bourne. Bourne at the side of the goal to Trottier. The rebound. Weeks got in front of both shots. Langevin plays it over to McEwen. McEwen lets it go. Knocked down by Weeks, and he covers up on it. Islanders come out storming that Ranger goal. Steve Weeks stood his ground, however, and got a little help from the defense at the last moment.
The intensity that the Islanders like to have in a hockey game that's been lacking was in that shift. Bob Bourne behind the net, out in front, shot by Trottier, saved by Weeks, rebound Trottier. Look where the second rebound went, all the way back to the point man, Langevin. McEwen's shot, caught and held by Steve Weeks. In the game in Boston, it's now 3-3 Bruins and Nordiques.
And John Tonelli is back on the ice for the Islanders. He, Nystrom and Goring, the forward line. Morrow and Johnson on defense, and it's Johnson steaming back into his own zone to pick up the loose puck. Eddie Johnstone into forecheck. So was Don Maloney. Thomas Johnson plays it up the left side to Goring. Around Johnstone. Got it to Tonelli. John Tonelli to Nystrom, who comes in on the right side. Nystrom back to the net. Ridden off the puck by Laidlaw, and Eddie Johnstone clears it. Fedoruk has it at the Ranger line. Over the Islander line with a slap shot that hit Morrow and ends up in the seats back of Bill Smith. 1 minute and 1 second gone in this final period. Tomorrow night, same two teams. We'll have the action for you here on Sports Channel, beginning with the pregame show at 7:30. Sunday night, 8:30. Monday night, 8 o'clock at Madison Square Garden.
John Tonelli returns to action. His series-winning goal on Tuesday was his 16th Islander playoff goal, tying him with J.P. Parisi for 10th place on the all-time Islander list.
Offhand just took McClanahan off the puck in the Islander zone, and it's cleared back into the New York Ranger territory. Haller, Merrick, and Gillies the forward line as the Rangers moved it to Duguay, and his pass was blocked and came right back into Vadnais. Vadnais at center ice. Over the Islander line, Carol Vadnais tried to split the defense, who's upended. Tony Lane got a piece of Vadnais and will get a hooking penalty, giving the New York Rangers a power play chance. A break in the action. The Rangers lead it. New York Rangers 4, New York Islanders 3.
First period, we talked about the Islanders' defense. Carol Vadnais got through in the first period. Watch as he goes through again. Gord Lane gets a penalty. Dennis Potvin, and Gord Lane allowing Carol Vadnais to get between them.
Now Trottier takes the face-off. Goring is the other forward. Langevin and Morrow on defense. Duguay won the draw, but it went right to Langevin, and he has dumped it down the ice. In the series against Philadelphia, the Rangers were 8 of 21 on the power play. This is their second chance of this hockey game. Fedoruk made the play up the left side. Silk to this near side for Rogers. Shot around the boards by Ruotsalainen. Langevin clearing it. Back in deep, was knocked down, and Goring is shot at the length of the ice.
Is Mike Rogers the Paul Gardner of the New York Rangers?
Well, we'll see. Rogers carries it out of his own zone. Got away from Billy Carroll. And Langevin ran into Rogers. The puck meantime back of the net. Cleared around the boards by Morrow to Langevin. Langevin to Goring. Carroll moves up with him. One man back. It's Ruotsalainen. Here's Goring. He shoots. Oh, they put it over top of the net. As Weeks went down, the puck went high. Out to center ice comes Rogers. Over the Islander line. It went to Silk. Silk can't get a shot away. Langevin poked it into the corner, then rolls it out into center. Ruotsalainen back with 53 seconds left in the Ranger power play. Haller killing it off now with Bob Bourne, Ken Morrow, and Dave Langevin around the boards in the Islander zone. That's Don Maloney in control. Maloney looks, then played it to the blue line. Dave Maloney starts in, gives it to Rogers on the right side. His shot hit Duguay. Rogers put it out in front, and Duguay missed the corner of the net. Rogers from the far corner of the ice looks for the man. Can't find anybody open. He elected to give it to Dave Maloney. Back to Rogers. Rogers to Dave Maloney. Over to Fedoruk. Fedoruk can drive, and he played it instead as a pass to Don Maloney. Now back to Fedoruk. Fedoruk to Don Maloney. The side of the net, that's Rogers centering right to the stick of Bourne, and out they come. Caller and Bourne, 2-on-2 as Fedoruk hustles back. Bob Bourne around Fedoruk. Backhand shot. Weeks the save. Bourne the rebound. Went right through the goal mouth and wide of the net. Game's at 6 aside as the Islanders killed off the penalty to Lane. We watch Dave Maloney moving over the line. Maloney to Fedoruk. That's broken up, and Bossy comes to center over the blue line with Gillies. Bossy a slap shot, and it sailed wide. Bounces off the glass, picked up, cleared by Fedoruk. Up right wing, Johnstone couldn't handle it. Mark Gillies has it for the Islanders. Shot it around the boards in the Ranger zone. Gillies in after his own rebound. Is tied up. Trottier lets one go, and was wide. On away from McClanahan and out into center ice. Here is Mike McEwen with the puck. McEwen shot was blocked at the Ranger line. McClanahan checked at center ice. Mark Gillies for the Islanders. Right wing to Bossy. Bossy being chased by Laidlaw. Mike put on the brakes. Played it toward the net. It came off the boards, and Johnstone is there. Johnstone. Potvin broke up the play to McClanahan. The Rangers backhanded down into the New York Islanders zone, and there is McEwen to Bossy. Mike Bossy trying to get away from Allison. Rolled it in around the boards, and Bossy was hammered for his efforts. Tonelli is out there along with Goring and Bossy, and here's Butch Goring to John Tonelli. Tonelli unable to come off the boards. Goring steps into the man. Johnson with a shot that was tipped off the stick of Allison, and Weeks had to be quick. McClanahan, right side to Eddie Johnstone. Now to Allison. Over the Islander line. Allison, checked by Thomas Johnson. Johnstone picked it up. Fired one. Smith the save. Comes out declared for Goring. Goring into center ice. John Tonelli moves down the left wing. Took the pass. Tonelli to Nystrom. He shoots. Put it wide. It comes off the boards. Out comes Ruotsalainen. It's end-to-end. Wide open playoff hockey. Allison sends McClanahan over the line. He's checked by Morrow. And McClanahan went down in a heap. Gets up again. Puts it off to the side of the goal. It's back of the Islander goal where it's picked up by Morrow. Younghan's out for the first time for the Rangers in a regular manpower situation at least. And now Goring dumps it into the Ranger zone. Ruotsalainen takes a look. There's it off the boards into center ice. Langevin backing up. Over to McEwen. McEwen to Merrick. Off his stick to Nystrom. Nystrom put it to the Ranger line, but right to Vadnais. Vadnais got away from Merrick. Over the Islander line. Carol Vadnais off the boards. Cleared by Nystrom. Langevin with it back of the net. Up the left wing out of the reach of Gillies. And that will go on the length of the ice. We'll get an icing call against the New York Islanders. 13:58 to play. Regulation time. The score. Rangers 4. Islanders 3.
Butch Goring in a shorthanded situation to John Tonelli. It's not shorthanded, excuse me. Watch Bobby Nystrom as he puts it over the net. Earlier, Butch Goring went in on a 2-on-1 along with Bob Bourne, and he shot it over the net. Nystrom just put one over the net. Islanders having trouble finding the 24 square feet.
Rogers against Trottier on the draw. The puck came back, cleared aside by Lane for Potvin. Trottier, Merrick, and Keller move into center ice as Potvin carries the puck now. Got over the line, but it was offside.
The game in Boston, Jigs. It's a final 4-3. The Bruins over the Quebec Nordique. Ray Bourne scored with 55 seconds remaining in that hockey game to give the Bruins the first win in their 4-out-of-7 series with Quebec. Speaking of shots on goal, Islanders defensemen had 4 shots in the first period. The Rangers defensemen had 2. And in the second period, the Islanders had 6. Their defense had 6 shots on net. The Rangers had 2 again. 10-4 through 2 periods of play. That's just for defensemen.
What does that tell you?
They're not covering the point. Well, on the Rangers side, they're letting the Islander point men have a little extra time, like that, right there.
Right there, Potvin shot. A good save by Weeks. The Rangers cleared to center ice for Duguay. Duguay dumps it rink wide. Potvin moves up. Rogers controlled it for the Rangers. Now here's Silk over the line. Dave Silk to Duguay. Dugay's shot fluttered toward the net, picked up by Lane. And Lane was checked. Rogers with it. Lost it to Brian Trottier. He couldn't go anywhere. Now Lane starts up. Gordy Lane across the Ranger line. Played it through Dory, but then Lane was knocked down by Beck. And Weeks was back of the net, poking it into the corner for Don Maloney. Goring jabbed it out of his reach. Dory handed it right to Bourne. Bob Bourne lost sight of it. Goring comes in to help out, but Dory sneaks off the boards. Andre Dory to the line, held in by Lane to Goring. Goring in front to Bossy, to Goring, and Beck stepped around him and cleared it to center. Thomas Johnson trying to get it to Goring, was intercepted. Duguay comes over the Islander line. This is Don Maloney being chased to the corner by Thomas Johnson. Maloney to Rogers. Rogers back of the net, unable to center it as Smith swung the stick trying to knock it off the stick of Rogers. Now Duguay centers. There's Don Maloney. Maloney turns, backhands it around the boards. Duguay gives chase. So does Lane. Bossy comes over as well, but it's Lane controlling it in front of his own goal to Thomas Johnson.
That's a good play, Jakes, believe it or not. A lot of people go, oh, but Lane knew what he was doing. A good crisp pass to Thomas Johnson right in front of Billy Smith.
He'd taken a look, knew he was not in trouble in making that play to Johnson.
No Rangers within 20 feet of Thomas Johnson.
We have a little less than 12 minutes to play in regulation time. It is 4-3 Rangers. Nystrom out of his own zone. The pass to Merrick went off his skates at the Ranger line, brought out by Fattori. Robbie Fatorik met solidly by Wayne Merrick. Thomas Johnson using the boards to get it to the Ranger line. Vadnais, he was hit. In the meantime, it's McClanahan over the Islander line. Drop pass. Dave Maloney moves in. Shot one wide of Bill Smith. Morrow chases it to the corner. It's on to the left wing corner. Pass to Merrick. Merrick checked by Vadnais at center ice, and here's Eddie Johnstone. He dropped it back to Carol Vadnais. Vadnais up right wing. Eddie Johnstone didn't see it. Thomas Johnson to Merrick, back to Janssen, moves in with Nystrom. Janssen a drive, lodged in the pads of Weeks. Then Nystrom slammed into him. He gets up slowly, but Weeks had it between the pads. Little jostling, shoving going on in front of the Ranger goal. Little game of one-upsmanship here right now. Nothing more. Well, maybe. They get the big guy upset. It could get going at any moment. Cooler heads will prevail. We have a break in the action. 11:09 remaining in regulation time, and there's the score. The Rangers 4, the Islanders 3.
Thomas Johnson trying to lead the Islanders to a goal. Rips a slap shot right into the pads. He had very little room. See, Bobby Nystrom gets upended. He accidentally went into the goaltender. He got mad because he got his feet pulled out from underneath him. And all of this started, look at Vadnais with the left chop into the left face of Thomas Johnson. That's when Clark Gillies came in and
Talked to McClanahan in the first period. He didn't see a whole lot of ice time in the second period. Here's Langevin from the face-off, and the shot is tipped off the stick and into the crowd.
Sports Channel Stanley Cup scoreboard. Second period. We told you that Chicago was leading 2-0. Higgins and Hutchinson had scored for Chicago. St. Louis now has come back and scored twice. It's tied in the second period, 2-2.
Chicago needs a split in St. Louis if they're to do any business in that series. We expect they will. Smith playing it back in his own goal to Langevin. Up now to Brent Sutter. Carries it over the center ice stripe. Over the Ranger line. Trying to make the move on Dory. The pass to Gillies, and he fanned on it. Brent Sutter set him up neatly. Duane Sutter and Weeks are in a pushing match in front of the Ranger goal. And now they square off. Here's a rarity for you. A fight with a forward and a goaltender. And back comes everybody. And everybody wants to get a piece of Duane Sutter. Everybody in a Ranger uniform at least. Clark Gillies and Allison struggling out in front. And now it's every man for himself. Duane Sutter went to the net. They pushed, shoved, and then the next thing you know, they were into it. Fist flying. We're going to have a whole lot of penalties coming out of here. Lennon has not dropped his stick.
Generally in these cases, Jakes, there's got to be a third man in, particularly on the Rangers side with their goaltender, Steve Weeks, tangled up with Sutter. It could be Laidlaw. We'll have to wait and see.
Duane Sutter being skated back of the net. Referee Wicks goes back of the net as well. And now Sutter is headed for the penalty box. And there's still a lot of words being exchanged. Cam Connor trailed Duane Sutter back and get the conversation going. Islanders 3.
For the Islanders, number 22, Mike Bossy, serving.
Now that was not called. You're right. No third man in or game misconduct. So the Islanders a man short. Billy Carroll is out with Butch Goring, Denny Potvin, and Ken Morrow as we watch Barry Beck wheeling in his own zone to get away from Carroll. Around to the right side. Ruotsalainen sent Fatorik to center over the Islander line. Robbie Fatorik left side and hopped off the stick of Johnstone. Carroll bumps into him. The puck is cleared back of the Islander net. Potvin clearing it off the stick of Beck and into center. Beck to Fatorik. Fatorik plays it all the way back into the Rangers zone. Ruotsalainen had turned the other way. Leo Ruotsalainen starts up. The left side, Fatorik, Bourne chasing him. It came off the boards. Don Maloney centers, but right to Kaller, who's up for the Islanders. Kaller guided away from Beck. And down the ice. Minute 5 remaining in the minor penalty against Brent Sutter. That's being served by Mike Bossy. Here is Vadnais over the Islander line. Vadnais in around Potvin, put it right out in front. It was cleared by Kaller. Denny Potvin slapped at it, didn't make contact. Maloney centers it right through in front of the net. And here is Bourne. Bob Bourne carrying it to center ice. That's to the left side, dragging the puck, killing off some time. Now dumps it around the boards. Dave Maloney will pick it up. Dave Maloney being watched by Caller. Maloney comes out of his own zone. A half a minute to go in the Ranger power play as he dumped it in. Bill Smith around the Potvin. Rogers on top of him. Mike Rogers kicked it off the boards. Back of the net to Duguay. On Duguay. Smith swinging the stick out as Duguay got it to Rogers. Rogers out in front to the blue line to Vadnais. Vadnais back to Rogers. Rogers winds up, shoots Smith the glove save, and he holds on. McClanahan and Potvin were there in front of the net before anything developed. Duguay came over and said, let's keep it going, move away. 5 seconds left of the penalty, the minor penalty at least, to Duane Sutter.
Smith, Billy Smith, looks like he's starting to do a little hunting around the net, Jake. He's been out threatening on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, he'll play the whole length of that goal stick. So we get ready for a face-off to the left of the Islander net. Ryan Trache over getting a new stick. Has some words with Coach Al Arbor as well. 8:47 left in regulation time. The Rangers are leading the Islanders 4-3. 4 different Rangers with goals. Duguay, Connor, McClanahan, and Fatorik. 3 different Islanders. Langevin, Bossy, and Nystrom. Lane from back of his own goal. Ahead to Bourne. Into center ice. Bossy is out on the ice. Bourne to Bossy, but Lane was over the line ahead of the play. Been carried into the Ranger zone, nullifying that rush. You see the nick along the right eye of Gord Lane, suffered back in the first period.
He went to the ice heavily. Duane Sutter rolled over top of him, and it was Sutter's skate that caught him on the right forehead.
Close quarters.
There's a 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 6 Rangers in the penalty box.
Ames at 6 aside as Lane tried to backhand it in. It hit Gauthier. Comes to the left side, but out of the reach of Bourne. And Ruotsalainen slapped it into the Islanders zone. This is Gord Lane turning to get away from Don Maloney. Into the middle for Trache. He had trouble controlling it. Now Denny Potvin dumps it into the Ranger zone. Barry Beck. Trache took it away from him. Off to the side of the Ranger goal. It comes to Potvin. A drive off the stick of Weeks and into the crowd. A break in the action. The score remains Islanders trailing 4-3.
Success spoiled the Chicago Blackhawks. We'll have to wait and see. St. Louis now has taken a 3-2 lead on a goal by Mike Crombeen.
Goring just got the puck back to Thomas Janssen, who was knocked down. Goring picks it up around Vadnais. Butch Goring centered off the stick. It comes out in front and cleared by Fatorik. Into center, it's McClanahan leading the rush. Over the Islander line. McClanahan got the puck wide of the net. Fatorik with it. Bobby Fatorik played it off Goring. McClanahan a weak shot. Duguay fanned on a bouncing puck in front of the Islander goal. It's loose in the far corner, picked up by Morrow. Kenny Morrow. Over to Thomas Janssen. Janssen at center ice across the Ranger line. Janssen to Goring. The pass went behind him. Nystrom with it off the boards. Bob Nystrom back of the net to Goring. Goring trying to put one in front. It was picked up instead by Dave Maloney. Maloney to Fatorik. Dumped it to center. Janssen hustles after it. 7:15 left in regulation. Here's Goring to Nystrom. Nystrom away from Rogers into the Ranger zone. The pass to Tonelli. Tipped it to the boards. Fires one off the skate of Weeks. Morrow from the blue line. His drive was blocked and the Rangers have a break. Down the left side comes Silk. Janssen trying to catch up. Silk centering attempt to Rogers goes high. Rogers in the corner around Tonelli. Put it out in front. Duguay shot is blocked. Good save by Smith, and out comes Tonelli. John Tonelli at center ice. Turns. Plays it to the Ranger line, but right to Barry Beck. On the right side for Ruotsalainen. Now to Rogers into the Islanders zone. Mike Rogers a shot. Smith the save. Gave it to Potvin. Potvin handed it to Ruotsalainen, and the shot is off Smith and into the crowd. 6:31 remaining in regulation time. Islanders having some difficulty in their own end of the ice twice here. The Rangers with golden opportunities. First Duguay and then Ruotsalainen.
They've given the puck away. The Rangers, that's Mike Rogers. Right there, Duguay, point blank. What a save, Billy Smith. Was he sharp on that one as he gets right back? He stayed on his feet. Fine save by Billy Smith. Here, let's look again. There's Rogers to Duguay. You see Smith moving out, cutting down the angle. He's in the action on a shot by Ron Duguay. Botfan had just handed the puck right after that to the left, to the right point man. He also ripped a shot at Billy Smith.
Lane trying to move it out. It was tipped in front of the Islander goal. Botfan failed to bring it up. Here's another shot for the Rangers, and Smith got in front of Don Maloney. The Islanders coughing it up at their own end of the ice. Do that too often, you pay the price. The Rangers move into the Islanders zone, but Lane stepped in front of Don Maloney, and here is Merrick. Wayne Merrick across the line. So are his teammates at the late offside. The puck cleared up right wing, and offside against the Rangers as Don Maloney took it over two lines. 5:57 remaining in regulation time.
The Islanders trying to open things up a little bit, Jakes, but you'll notice the puck still won't lay down. It's rolling for both teams, but it's hurting the Islanders. They're behind. They want to control the puck. Don Maloney heads for a rest. A lot of hustle, a lot of forechecking. Eddie Johnstone went off the ice a while ago limping. We'll have to wait and see if he comes back on. I wasn't sure whether he got hit by a puck or whether he'd hurt himself.
Ruotsalainen plays it around the boards, intercepted by Bossy. Bossy into the corner to Bourne and knocked it down, but there was McClanahan. McClanahan rolled it out into center ice. Young hands chasing it, but Thomas Johnson has dumped it back inside the Rangers zone. This is Barry Beck. Beck chased by Trottier. Off the boards. Morrow with it at center ice. Morrow to Mike Bossy. Bossy slaps it off the boards in the Ranger territory. Ruotsalainen is back. Chased by Trottier. Ruotsalainen played it up the middle to Duguay. One-on-one with Morrow. Duguay shot. Smith the save. Bill Smith ahead to Bob Bourne. It carries it deeper, then lost it. McClanahan went to center one that hit Janssen. Now Duguay tried to set up McClanahan. It was in deep. Bourne played it off Silk. Recovers the puck, drops it to Morrow. To Janssen. Thomas Janssen upended at center ice by Duguay. No penalty, and here come the Rangers. They couldn't get the puck to Duguay. Is chased to the corner by Tonelli. Trottier with it. Sidestep one check. Out into center ice for Bossy. The Trottier. Trottier at the Ranger line to Lane, who comes in on the right side. 40 Lane back of the net, comes out in front of backhander, reached the save, the rebound, the whistle is sounded. The puck was loose. The Islanders battling and fighting for control of it, but I believe it was out of the line of vision of referee Ron Wicks.
Good hustle by John Tonelli again. Also number 24, Gord Lane. He carried the puck in by the net.
Players will tell you it's a night when they're handling the puck like a brick.
Duguay taken out by Tonelli. Trottier partially checked. Bossy right on the stick of Trottier. Now here's where Gordy Lane takes it in. He lugs the puck in well, goes behind the net, actually gets a shot on net, comes around. Good play by Lane. Now the puck is loose. Wicks can't see it because of Lane and Badney, so he blew the whistle.
Back to the action. Bill Smith out of the net to clear it around to Denny Potvin. Potvin and Lane, Goring, Tonelli, and Nystrom up front. Tonelli to Nystrom on right wing over the Ranger line, working on Beck. Center. Tonelli scores! John Tonelli tips in Nystrom's pass, and we are tied with 4:16 left in regulation time.
He keeps on doing it. Is this man possessed? What a play by Bobby Nystrom to John Tonelli. Let's take a look. Dennis Potvin clearing pass to Goring. Tonelli beats Patoric, and here we go. Nystrom along the boards. Beck can't get to it. The pass to John Tonelli, and he tips it by Steve Weeks. What a play by Tonelli right there by Patoric, and he sprung it to Nystrom. Nystrom gets a step on Beck. The pass, and Weeks is beaten by Tonelli. He gets all of the big goals. John Tonelli has given the Islanders a 4-4 tie with 14:16 remaining, or I should say 4:16 remaining in the third period.
Tonelli from Nystrom and Goring, the official scoring. So we're tied 4-4. Johnson back in his own zone. Unable to get it cleanly to Billy Carroll. Here's Morrow, chased back to the net. Smith got a piece of McClanahan, and Billy with his arms up there. He lost his stick. In the meantime, the puck in the Rangers zone. Weeks misplayed it. It came to the side of the net, and Beck able to clear it just in the nick of time. Here's Billy Carroll. Carroll for the Islanders. To Keller. He's shooting. Weeks gets it aside, and it's cleared by Ruotsalainen. Keller in after it. Couldn't control it. Rangers dump it to center ice. Duane being bothered by Billy Carroll. Dropped it in deep, and it hopped away from Beck. In comes Keller. Rides back into the boards. Billy Carroll in as well, but Beck came away from the checks. Up the center ice, this is Mike Rogers. Rogers, he can dangle over the Islander line. It was checked, and it's cleared by Wayne Merritt.
Puck won't lay flat again. Not only for the Islanders, but the Rangers also, as Rogers loses it at the Islander blue line.
Now we watch Dave Maloney at the Islander line. The pass in front. Gord Lane put a gang tackle on Silk. Got away with it. Bourne dumped it ahead to center ice. This is Trottier over the line with Bossy. Bossy on the right wing. Tried to set up Trottier. It's loose in front. Bourne was there. Backhander. It's underneath Steve Weeks. Bossy capture. Bourne was there as well, but Weeks sat down on the job and was able to smother the puck. There's a break in the action with 2:55 left in regulation time. The score is tied. Rangers and Islanders deadlocked at 4. Islanders applying pressure from the faceoff here in the Rangers zone. The puck loose. It came back in front of the net for Weeks. He gave it to Dave Maloney. Now to Rob McClanahan. McClanahan got away from Bourne's check. Comes up left wing. Trottier chasing him. Lane moves over on him as well. The puck loose for Brian Trottier. Trottier left side to Bourne. Bourne to Mike Bossy. Bossy is across the line. Fed it through to Trottier. Brian around the net. Put it out in front and it was picked off by McClanahan. Bourne slams in. Rogers for the Rangers. Played it back and forth on the left side with Johnstone. Rogers over the line to Eddie Johnstone. Cuts in and Morrow knocked it off his stick. Excellent defensive play by Kenny Morrow. Portillo moves in for the Rangers at the side of the net. Rogers put it out in front and was cleared back of the goal. Rogers again to the blue line. Ruotsalainen a drive. He scores! Ruotsalainen from the Islander line, and the Rangers lead it 5-4 with a minute 58 remaining.
They had not many shots through the first 2 periods. 4 is all the Rangers could get from their defensemen. But a shot from the point. Portillo heads for the front of the net. Rogers back to Ruotsalainen, and here's his shot. Bourne goes down to get it. He missed it. It got underneath the leg of Billy Smith. Ken Morrow, Nick Portillo standing in front of Billy Smith, screening his vision. And the puck is in the lower right-hand corner. Here's how it happened. There's the shot. You see it get between the feet of Billy Smith. And the Rangers have regained their 1-goal lead, 5-4. Ruotsalainen.
This may sound like sour grapes, and I don't mean it that way. There should have been a penalty call prior to that. Morrow was clearly hooked or tripped to the side of the net. He was back in the play in front of the net, but I think he helped screen Bill Smith and had the referee called the penalty. I don't like this, but it's one
It
of those
was there. It was very obvious. But at this point, it's a little like sudden death overtime, Jakes. And referees, again, while it is there, there's no question. Everybody knew it, including the Rangers. They're reluctant to call it.
Now the Rangers with a 5-4 lead. A minute and 45 left in regulation. The Islanders will have to pull out all the stops. Morrow from back of the goal. Up the left side, Thomas Johnson fed it to John Tonelli. Nystrom on the right wing, but the pass went off Don Maloney right to Weeks, and he'll cover up. We're going to face off to the left of the Ranger goal with a minute 32 remaining.
And at what point will Al Arbor pull Billy Smith?
Face off to the left. Some problems at the side of the Ranger bench with the folks, apparently. That's being looked after. Goring, Tonelli, Nystrom, Johnson, and Morrow for the Islanders as we look at the clock. A minute 32 to play.
Tonelli scored, Jakes. Beck was quoted today in one of the papers as saying we have to stop Tonelli and Nystrom.
Now they're the ones that tied it. But back came the Rangers. And the puck is dumped into the Islanders zone. Morrow comes after it with Patoric. That's icing against the New York Rangers. Same 2 teams tomorrow night here at the Nassau Coliseum. And
Go ahead, I'm sorry, Jakes.
Then we go to Madison Square Garden Sunday and again Monday night.
Islanders are going to call a timeout. At least Al Arbour was signaling with his hands for a timeout.
Now he's making a late player change. Potvin and Bourne coming out. He is going to go with 4 forwards. Bourne will play the left point. Potvin up on the right side. Goring, Tonelli, and Nystrom remain as the forwards.
I would have thought that Al would have Billy Smith up near the blue line. If they win the face-off like that, he would head for the bench.
Potvin shot was blocked and cleared by Weeks. Fatorik out on the right side. Bobby Fatorik over the Islander line. Put on the brakes. Trying to make the play. Fatorik brings it back out into the center ice zone, giving it to Beck. Rangers content with this 5-4 lead, and now a minute to play. Frees it on the boards. It was jabbed loose once, and now is frozen long enough for a face-off in the center ice zone with 55 seconds left in regulation time. Well, we stared at overtime very briefly. 15:44, Tonelli's goal, and then 18:02. The Rangers took the lead, and Herb Brooks is asking for the timeout. Brooks showing the tee to referee Ron Wicks, so they'll get 30 seconds to talk it over with his team, and that gives the Islanders an opportunity to discuss matters as well. But with the face-off just outside the Islander line, you know that Bill Smith, while he is at the bench now, will not stay there. Look at Al Arbour and his troops.
Potvin. Potvin shoots the puck at the net, and he shot it almost over the net. The puck was very high. Weeks grabbed it, threw it off to the side. Down came the Rangers to the Islanders' end of the ice. We had the stoppage of play right in front of the Islanders' bench. But I was surprised that Dennis Potvin would shoot the puck in the area that he shot it. It was like he was trying to pick the top left-hand corner from the blue line, which is almost impossible with no screen in front of the goaltender.
I think Dennis would be the first to tell you that he has not had a good playoff. He knows it. It's not just tonight at the series against Pittsburgh. While he had a lot of shots, he was not as effective as you normally expect him to be. 50 seconds remaining, and again they jam it up on the boards, and we get another face-off. Rangers doing what they have to do to kill off the clock, not allowing the Islanders possession of the puck. 48 seconds, all that remains in regulation time.
I still don't care for the fact that you have all of these players, Langevin, McEwen, Gillies, Sutter, Silk, Allison, Laidlaw, all out of the hockey game.
Here is Thomas Johnson down the left side. Shot it into the Ranger zone. Bill Smith goes to the players' bench. Out comes John Tonelli as the extra forward. Trottier trying to center the puck. It's cleared by Vadnais to Duguay. Out into center and down into the Islanders' zone. Potvin comes back for it. Rangers will pour in to forecheck him. Benny Potvin takes a look. Up the left side to Thomas Johnson. Now to Kaller. Kaller over the line. Vadnais knocked it away from him. Backhands it high. It ends up in the Islanders' zone with 15 seconds left, and there is Benny Potvin. Potvin to John Tonelli. Out to Thomas Johnson. 10 seconds left as Johnson gets to the Ranger line. Johnson a drive off Vadnais. The rebound. Weeks the save. The puck loose. They bang at it. It's on the doorstep. A scramble. A pile up. The horn has sounded. The whistle sounded. The Islanders are yelling at referee Wicks, but no goal. The New York Rangers win the first game of the best-of-7 divisional series, defeating the Islanders at the Nassau Coliseum 5-4.
Thomas Johnson is livid, and the reason he's livid, he thinks that somebody put his hand on the puck in the crease, which is a penalty shot. There's the shot blocked by Vadnais. Another shot. The puck is loose. It is loose as Tonelli comes in. It's still loose. Down go Rangers everywhere trying to protect the goal. And Thomas Johnson was livid. He said, or he was motioning to Wicks, that the Rangers had put their hand on the puck in the goal crease. But the time had run out on the clock. That's what Ron Wicks was alluding to.
So the New York Rangers, with a 5-4 win, have a 1-0 lead in the series. They're assured of at least a split here at the Nassau Coliseum. That's what they wanted when they came in here, knowing that you do not have home ice advantage. You've got to get one in the other team's arena if you're going to do anything. And tonight they get it. We'll be back with a recap of the Budweiser Star of the Game selection following this message.